What's making news this week at the University of Limpopo is that preparations underway as University of Limpopo gears to host the Vice Chancellor's Excellence Awards. Center for Student Counseling and Development launches campaign to mark October as Mental Health Awareness Month. Nutrition and dietetics students are still hot as they serve hearty delicious meals to university community. And with your sports, the Sport and Recreation hosts a two-day meeting with bodies ahead of Ussa tournament. These are some of the headlines for this week. Thank you for joining us. You are watching Inside UO News. The University of Limpopo will once again host the Vice Chancellor's Excellence Awards to honor the good work done by the academics in research, teaching, and learning, as well as community engagement. The academics will compete in prestigious categories in Best Researcher in the University, Best Teacher in the University, as well as Best Community Engagement Scholar. Other categories are in the faculty and school levels. We are joined by Dr. Tembinkosi Mavila, Director for Research Development and Administration, or rather administration at the university. Doctor, welcome. The awards for this year are looming closer. How is it the mood and how's the mood rather? And give us a highlight of the awards for over the years in terms of their success.
Oh, thank you very much. These awards, as we know them, Vice Chancellor's Excellence Awards in Research, Community Engagement, as well as Teaching and Learning, have been on for quite some time and have created so much interest in academics doing and achieving in their core business, which are aligned to this research excellence, community engagement, as well as teaching and learning.
So, what can we expect this year from guest speakers, prize monies, more categories added from what they were?
Although we have not added new categories, but it's quite exciting that we are seeing a diverse group of winners coming from across all faculties, all schools and departments. And most interestingly, that we are seeing a growing number of young and emerging researchers proving themselves to be becoming established and getting the big awards that we normally have associated with the old and more experienced researchers.
If you don't mind sharing, Doctor, just for the benefit of those who might want to enter next year, as the committee, what are some of the important criteria do you look at to qualify someone for the awards?
Thank you very much. From the Research Excellence Awards perspective, what we would advise is that people should always keep a portfolio of whatever they do and always familiarize themselves with the criteria which is available online in our website and ensure that no minor activity is taken as minor and hidden. We often come across challenges where people are claiming for certain achievements, but they don't have supporting evidence and documents, and that does not help us to make a judgment. However, I think across all the awards categories, community engagement, as well as teaching and learning, there is a great need for investing in the scholarship of what each and everyone is doing. The moment you do that, that's when you actually become more visible and also more convincing in putting together your applications.
Doctor, thank you very much for your time and all the best.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's take a break. We will be right back. Welcome back. You are still watching Inside UL News. Now, the Center for Student Counseling and Development has launched a mental health campaign at the beginning of October to the Mental Health Month. In collaboration with the student registered counselors and peer counselors, They wrapped trees across the university campus with green colors accompanied by messages of hope. The primary goal of this initiative is to raise awareness about mental health issues and to remind students that the center is available to provide counseling and psychotherapy services whenever they face challenges. To give us more on this, our reporter Ruben Maki was on site.
Thank you very much in studio. As you can see behind me, um, the staff and the students at the Student Counseling Center are busy putting on ribbons here as we mark October as the month of mental health. Right now, with me, I'll be joined by Miss Dorothy Malimela, a clinical psychologist at the Student Counseling. Ma'am, thank you very much for allowing us time. I see it's a hive of activity. Where you're putting on ribbons on several trees. Can you just tell us what is going on right now?
Thank you so much. As we begin the month of October, which is mental health, we are wrapping the trees with lime cloth, and the main objective of this activity is to raise mental health awareness to students and also to remind students that they are not alone. D Block is there to offer psychological service whenever they're experiencing academic and social, psychosocial problems. And also, we want to remind students that they can access the support at the center. And we also want to encourage the students to pause and think and replenish their mental health alongside our beautiful wrapped trees.
So, just tell us in terms of symbolism. You are wrapping up the trees with green cloth, and there's some messages that you're also putting up there. Can you just maybe tell us a few or read us a few of those messages? What messages are you trying to pass?
We are trying to pass the messages of hope and also mental health codes. Like, for instance, if you see in one of the codes, we are actually saying that you are braver than you believe as a student, and also you are capable. And also, in one of the codes, we had indicated that suicide is not the answer, it's only a distraction.
Well, you're working with students, and we understand it's also a period where exams are starting. A lot of students are facing a lot of issues. Some believe maybe they will not make it. They're going through a lot of episodes in this moment. How rife it is. How do you get to experience this time of the year with the students?
It is indeed true that during this time, as they are going to approach their final year examinations, most of the students may be experiencing anxiety. And we want to tell students that it is normal to feel anxious because they want to perform good, they want to do good in their academics. And also because the second semester is too short, many students may be overwhelmed, but we are saying that they can indeed bounce back. I mean, some of them you might not have done good in your um, first semester when you wrote the exams, but we are saying you can bounce back, you can do it. D Block cares, D Block is there for you to provide the academic support that you need.
So, lastly, what steps should they take when they looking for your support? How do they reach you?
Um, Firstly, I would like to say our services are free at the center, and our students are welcome to come. We do walk-ins at the center, so meaning that every student who come to consult, they will be seen immediately. They must just come. They will be allocated a psychologist or a registered counselor that will be assisting them throughout the process of counseling and psychotherapy services.
Well, ma'am, thank you very much and good luck with your campaign.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben, for that report. Moving on, the university community rather, was left reeling after being served with a hearty five-course meal at Amarula restaurant, where they served delicious dishes prepared by the nutrition and dietetic students as part of their practical training. The students got a thumbs up from the university management, whereby the newly appointed Vice Chancellor designate Dr. Jeffrey Mabelebele was spotted enjoying his lunch. Our reporters Ruben Mage and Kensani Ngobeni have this report.
Thank you very much in studio. As you can see, we're still outside the Amarula restaurant, and I got an opportunity to talk to one of the people who were having lunch at the restaurant to tell us about their experience. Ma'am, thank you very much, and please introduce yourself and just tell us about your experience.
All right, thank you so much for having me. My name is Miss Kiani. Fortunate enough, I'm one of the lecturers within the department. As part of our student training within the dietetics program, we have this on a weekly basis so that we would get our dietetics in training students to be acquainted to the services that they are going to offer, either from a commercial site or in a non-commercial site. When I'm referring to commercial site, remember one of the core areas in terms of dietetics that our students should not focus only on working in hospitals, but where food establishments are operating. And this gives them a training to say that if they are not going to find way or to maneuver their way into a non-commercial sector, which is hospital, they can also find their way working in high restaurants where they would be able to make sure that they serve clients or to make sure that they know how food is prepared, what is the quality of the food, and how food should be for nutritional purposes. So this to us is good training and is good um, opportunity given to our students to also say to them, over and above them being students, tomorrow they are going to be working class. They should understand what quality is as they are going to be clients in these establishments as well. So they would also have an idea as to when we are referring to fine dining, what is it that we are referring to and how should fine dining be and how they should be treated to be given good service and quality service where they are going.
Yeah, the exciting thing is that this time around, you were being served. You were like a customer, and it was also more like a reflection of they giving you a taste of what you gave them in class. And overall, like, what do you think, and how did you feel about the meal?
I was very excited. Our students are good in grasping skills, in grasping concepts. The other element that we would want to understand is that when you get into a massification or an area of people, they get to have that fear. You know, the clients are not the same as us. So they've got that fear in them to say that are we doing the right thing or not? But to be honest, our students are on the right track, and I'm excited to see the work that they've done today. They've managed to um, protrude the skills that are taught in class. They were able to make sure that whatever that was taught, it was easily executed within the task that they did today. So I'm excited, and I want to say to them, this is just the beginning. All we make mistakes as they go and continue. They'll be perfect all the time as they continue with these practicals as they do this.
Yeah. So, Leslie, like, what got you to make the choice of your meal, and what was it? And also, tell us about the five-course meal. What informed that, like, in terms of practicals, and what was the outcome? Having to choose for them in terms of having to choose like the meals. So what informed them in terms of giving them the skill on particular meals, and also having to have like prolong, like making it long enough, many meals, like five-course meal.
All right, thank you so much. Um, we don't decide what they need to do. As lecturers, we give guidance. Our students sit down and we say, you have to draw from the pool that you have. We have a lot of menus to choose from. Students sit down and decide, this time we want to give out fine dining. The next time we will give out breakfast or buffet. The next time we'll give this and that. So from the pool of a lot of menus that we have, because we teach them different kind of menus, they then sit down and decide which one do they want to execute the most. And we also indicate to them, execute the one that needs a lot of technical skills to train on, so that you would be able, when you leave here, to be well skilled. Unlike choosing a menu that is simple, but in any case, our students are well equipped to can do any other type of menu that they want. But over and above that, we've got a pool. So they decide, and once they start to decide, they are also trained well enough to understand how much to prepare, how to standardize, how to cost, and what kind of meals, serving, will they go with the menu that they have chosen for each training that they do or for each menu that they decide to do. So what we do is that we give them an opportunity to be themselves, to express, to choose, to decide, so that they also teach themselves managerial skills, decision-making skills, to say that this is what we've chosen, this is what we want to do, how we are going to execute it, and how we want it to be done. So we as lecturers give guidance, but we wait for them to experience, to also express themselves in terms of choosing whatever that wants to be served for that particular week.
Yeah, just a quick one before I let you go.
Mhm.
To some, those who don't know about this initiative, how is this open to the university community? Who's invited? Who can come? And are they paying? What's the bill there?
Oh, this is for the community within this institution.
Oh, wow.
It's for everybody else. Fortunately, we work closely with marketing. We send our menus to marketing department for it to be publicized, sorry, for it to be shown to everybody. And yes, for generation of third stream income, yes, we pay because we are not paying to pay anyone. We are paying because we want them to understand the value of money. We also say the little that we charge is going to assist into the nitty-gritties that we want from our lab. So yes, everybody is invited. We know that our communities see and receive emails. So all the emails within that speak to our invites are being sent out by Mr. Slepe, and then on a weekly basis. Yes, we do pay, and the pay medium for now, I think they pay from A block, and then they then RSVP on that platform that the invitation would have been published on.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
All
for the opportunity.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, you heard it for yourself, viewers. I was just chatting to one of the lecturers, and I can say for today, a customer who went into the restaurant, Amarula restaurant, where the students were serving the meals, actually replicating what they're learning in class in terms of preparing meals, preparing healthy diet meals. So, from me, Ruben Maike, back to you in the studio.
For more additional information, I'm again joined by one of the students. Thank you, ma'am, and welcome for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Standing in front of you is Matibe Ratanang, and I'm doing third level dietetics.
Right, that's so amazing. Can you please share with the viewers that how is this event going to impact your studies?
For as a student dietitian, one of our core modules is food service management. So this module equips us with the ability to be able to manage the hospital kitchen with regards to serving different diets to patients. So it teaches us the aspect of management. Yes.
Okay, that's so great. Thank you so much for your time and enjoy your day.
Thank you for having me again.
Our viewers, that was one of our students. For Inside Real News, I am Govindo Tembekile Mutsonga Shidzi. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben and Kensani, for the report. In the other news, the University of Limpopo will host the first regional Moringa conference on the 22nd of October at the Range Resort outside Polokwane. The conference is expected to host international guests, researchers, and students who are researching on the nutritional plant. To tell us more about this conference is Professor Ashwin Ndlala. Professor, welcome to Inside UL News.
Thank you for having us and giving us this opportunity to give you more information on the conference.
Can you kindly tell us about more about the conference and what can we expect?
Yeah, this conference is called the Regional Moringa Conference and is the first of its kind. And it involves us having researchers, students, academics, as well as industry partners coming together and having discussions around the plant called Moringa. But we are only not talking about Moringa. We are extending this to also talk about other indigenous crops, your indigenous vegetables and indigenous plants that are also used as medicines. And in this, we are trying to have discussion that can lead into commercialization of these plants. And also, we are expecting quite a large number of people coming. For example, we will be having people that are coming from even outside Africa, even though it's a regional and African conference. We'll be having people coming from the United States, and within Africa itself, we are having people coming from Sudan. Professor Hafiz Abdelgadia, one of the biggest names in Moringa research. We have got Professor Newton Amagro, and we also have people coming from Botswana to give keynote speeches, people coming from Zimbabwe, and at large, people from South African provinces.
So, Prof, for the benefit of those who might not know, what kind of a plant is Moringa and how beneficial is this plant?
Moringa is a plant that has recently been identified as an alternative for food and nutritional security because of its functionality. So it's a functional food, which means it has got both nutrients and can also work as a medicinal plant. And to that regard, we've done vast amount of research in terms of understanding how it is that important in terms of its being a medicinal plant and being a nutritional crop.
Lastly, what are the simplest methods you can recommend for ordinary South Africans to utilize the plant?
So there are so many ways that ordinary people can utilize the plant. And from our research, we have seen that simply using the leaves that are dried in a hot water, cup of tea, you can make a very good green tea out of it, which is very beneficial in terms of your chronic conditions. Diabetes is one of it, as well as just your normal energy for the day. You can also take the powder and infuse it in your soup or in your porridge, just to have it as a supplement for your food.
Thank you very much, Prof, and good luck with the conference.
Thank you.
Let's take another break. We will be right back with your sports update. Thank you for staying tuned. Now, in your sports bulletins, the university hosted a meeting where sport institutions committees converged under the banner of the University Sports South Africa to prepare for the upcoming games in December.
Thank you so much in studio. We are coming to you live from R40 Conference Hall inside the University of Limpopo, where we talk about the Ussa, where 50 university head of sports have gathered. This day, they talk about some of the expectations they can expect in the Ussa event. And then joining me now is one of the sports director, right, from the University of Limpopo. She's here to tell us more about the event and some of the things we can expect. Good day. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us the main purpose and some of the objectives of this event?
Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. My name is Sonika Fritz. I'm the acting director at Sport and Recreation at the University of Limpopo.
Okay, so what are the main objectives of the event, and can you say you have achieved some of the goals so far?
So, I think firstly we must understand this event. It's the first time University of Limpopo has ever hosted this, bringing all the universities in South Africa together. So we're very privileged in that sense to be hosting these universities. So we have people from Cape Town and Durban and all over South Africa. So there's basically 3 events happening. The one is the head of sport meeting, where all the heads of sports are coming together to discuss various problems that's being held at the universities. The second one is where all the student representatives from all the universities are meeting as part of the student forum to also discuss their matters. And then tomorrow, it's the big event. It's the Ussa conference, where the students and the staff will combine. And all the representatives from all the sporting codes affiliated to Ussa will then also be here to discuss all the matters for the year.
Okay, you mentioned universities affiliated to Ussa and that, a lot of universities are coming. How important do you think it is for universities to come together and have this kind of event?
I think university sport is a growing business at the moment, and all universities are trying participate in varsity sport. So it is very important. Sport in South Africa at university level is growing. It's big. It's a big deal for all the universities. Everyone wants the bragging rights to win all those events at varsity sport. So it's a very big deal, and I'm just very fortunate to be part of this.
One of the things I highlighted was the chairperson taking us through about some of the finances. How important do you think it is to be transparent in terms of how the finances have been, and what improvements do you think can be done?
Yeah, I think that's one of the areas that all the head of sports are very interested in. Tomorrow we'll also have more clarity on that. But in terms of fundraising, I think that's where things need to improve. I think we need funds from external companies to assist us in leveling the playing field, I think, for all universities, because you understand some universities have got resources of hundreds of millions of rands and competing against universities with very limited budgets. So I think that's one area we need to make the playing field more level, and hopefully we can find some solutions here.
Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Oh, before we let you go, how many teams have qualified from the University of Limpopo to actually participate in the Ussa?
So this year we've sent July the first bunch. It was about 8 teams that we sent to Ussa, and in December we'll send another five or six teams to Ussa. The teams that went did extremely well. We're very, very proud of them, and I think football is in December, and we both our males and females are playing in the A section for the first time in many years, and we look forward to a good tournament.
Thank you so much for joining us, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
There you have it, viewers. That was the sport director from the University of Limpopo. Stay tuned for more updates.
The two-day gathering focused on management membership issues in order to keep the committees intact ahead of the games. Tabiseng Goveni has more.
Thank you so much, in studio. We're back again, and now we are reporting from the White House right here in the University of Limpopo, where the user student forum meeting just concluded. Students from different universities came together, including the University of Wits UP. Just to mention a few, they highlighted some of the issues or challenges that they are facing. And joining me now is one of the representatives from the University of Limpopo. He joins us now to talk to us more about the event and one of the purposes or the main goals. Good day, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us the role you play in the sport?
Greetings. My name is Pablo Comfort Maredi. I'm the newly elected SRC member of the University of Limpopo, the chairperson of Sports and Recreation.
Okay, what is the main purpose of the meeting that was held today?
Today's meeting was about to discuss things which we are going to take decision on tomorrow. So today we're just debating amongst the absence of the management, so that you cannot have the intermediation of the management, so that take decisions on our own. Actually, not to decide, but to discuss, so that tomorrow we are going with a one voice. We're not going to talk with the management.
How are you going to make sure that students come together and work together and actually be able to achieve your main goal?
We'll try by all means to hear the concerns of the students and make sure we try by all means to talk with the management so that everything can be fine with the students and they can be all satisfied.
Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thank you.
Okay, joining me now is one of the facilitators. He joins us now. Tell us how the event was for him. Good day, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us how it feels to be in the University of Limpopo?
Well, thank you so much. My name is Tumi Mutswani. I'm from the University of the Free State, the second Vice President of this wonderful organization of ours, University of Sports South Africa. It's really an amazing privilege and honor to be here. It's a monster of a university, a wonderful university. We've heard a lot about the University of Limpopo. So being here has really brought a different perspective to understand that this is a wonderful university and a university that can host bigger and better events and initiatives for our students.
Okay, you are facilitating the program. What is the biggest highlight for you?
The engagement of students, and what I like about our student forum is that it's different students from different backgrounds and from different positions. SRCs, student sports chairpersons, and so on. So the perspective is from all corners of the student fraternity. So that was really, really amazing to see. It's not just one voice. It's a different and united front comprised of different voices, but with one goal, to emancipate our students and to capacitate our students for the better.
Okay, how important do you think it is for students from different universities to come together and address this kind of matter?
It's really a privilege and an honor, and the importance is that of the greatest and biggest of magnitudes. Being here, like for example, being here at the University of Limpopo brings a different perspective to how the University of Limpopo satisfies its students, how it serves its students. For us, being here and meeting as different universities brings a different perspective on our goals and what we want to achieve. As a forum, we work very, very well together, and we want to make sure that we help our students, student graduation, student success, student development, and student well-being. Very, very important.
Thank you so much for joining us. All the best, and enjoy being in the University of Limpopo.
Thank you so much. I really hope that I'll enjoy my time, but I came here, I think, yesterday, and it's been really nothing but a pleasure being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. There you have it, viewers. Those are some of the things you can expect, and that's how we wrap it up for Inside UL News. My name is Ntabise Ngobeni. Back to you in studio.
Thank you, Tabi, for that report. Well, that wraps up our news bulletins for this week here on Inside UL News. We appreciate you for tuning in, and remember to subscribe to our channel for more updates. Join us again next week.